think the players get excited to play on primetime, as they say, primetime football. But I think it also gives the country a chance to see, when we play home at First Energy, to see how passionate the fan base truly is and how exciting football is here in Cleveland.
All right, here you have it, Jeff. 3 games in the first 5 nationally televised.
Yeah.
And you've got them on, you got Monday night, Sunday night, Monday night, and Thursday night. And they could also be flexed near the end of the season, too.
Right. Right. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. Like the Baltimore, they play the second last game. That one could be flexed. But
I think the excitement of a Sunday night game here, the NFL has changed. You know, Monday night was the big thing. Now it's apparently Sunday night.
Right. And I think it's exciting. And he's right about the fans are going to be jacked because
haven't done it.
In 2000, they haven't had a home game since 2008. Bush was in the White House when
Which one?
You know, the second one anyway. When they last had a home game, any game on Sunday night.
I was trying to think if I know Al Michaels had done Monday night games here, and I was just trying to think if he ever had done a Sunday night game, and then I remember one because I had a great conversation with him. It's just good to have those guys around.
Oh yeah. It is, and you know, even when they have the 4 o'clock games on Sundays,
right?
You know that's
almost as big too,
right? And you're right, when the big guys come in and do their scouting ahead of time, so they know what they're talking about.
I mean, the NFL Network was here in town last night down at the Barley House just to get the reaction. Who would think for the schedule reveal that you'd have NFL Network here?
Yeah, but you know, that's the NFL, isn't it? Les?
They're great.
I mean, they make a big deal now out of releasing the schedule.
12 months a year.
Yeah, I mean,
something.
Every other
they
league.
made up a combine. I talked to a guy who went on one of the combine trips. He says and he's a big fan. He says the biggest waste of time ever.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I could see that. But I mean, you're right. They make other leagues just say, okay, well, here's our schedule. Here's the schedule next year, and they certainly do not have to wait until a week before the draft.
And then you have to know when they leak them out. You want to know what's the real leak and which is not.
Right. Well, you got to really be careful on that one because Odell Beckham thought they were going to open the season in New York.
Right.
And another story said that the Browns were going to be in Arizona for the last game on Thanksgiving night.
Ooh.
And so, I don't know how
well,
that would
there's a couple.
appeal.
I know with all the teams that they have in the league, you can't make everybody happy. But Cleveland to play Pittsburgh twice in 2.5 weeks is a tough one.
Yeah, at the end of the year they do the same thing with the Bengals. So it's like, man, we got to get. Oh yeah, we forgot the division games. So that's going to be kind of awkward, I think.
You were telling me that Jarvis Landry did not know that the Baltimore Ravens were the Cleveland Browns?
Yes, when the Browns were getting ready to play the Ravens last year, and I forget exactly how it came up, but we had to explain that to him. But you know what, Les? I mean, he grew up in Louisiana, and
yeah, but you would think
still,
football fans would know.
Somewhere along the line, he would, but no. So I think you're right. I think it's kind of odd, but.
So be it.
If he could catch the ball one-handed on the sideline like
so
he can.
he doesn't need to know about the Baltimore Ravens. All right, we've got a Facebook question of the day, and we asked you a couple of things. Now that you've seen the schedule, what one game do you consider a trap game, one that you expect the Browns to win, but you got to be careful about? Jeff, do you have one that sticks out in your mind?
You know, it could be that Miami game.
Okay, and what week is that?
I don't have the memorized, but I think it's after Buffalo.
Yeah, I think it's 12.
Yeah, I think it goes Buffalo, Miami, Pittsburgh. I think in that.
All right, so we asked the Facebookers out there. Carl St. John says the Bengals. He's concerned about that game. Didn't say home or away. Rick May says the November 10th game against the Bills could get caught looking ahead of the Thursday night game against the Steelers. Kitchens better have them focused. And Dennis Davis says Game 1, Tennessee is well coached and pretty talented. They'll be ready to play. Mike Vrabel coaching that team. That'll be interesting. So they'll be ready to play, and they'll be immune to the hype. It's a critical game for the Browns, and they must come ready to play. A loss here, and the year sets up poorly.
I don't think the first game of the year would be a trap game.
No, trap would involve two teams to trap them, and if it's the first game, you only have one.
If you're not ready for the first game, then something's really wrong.
And by the way, every game is seen nationally anyway. It's not
Right.
that big a deal, right?
I mean, and doesn't mean you're going to win that first game.
Right.
A trap game is when you go in there and you don't show up.
Yeah.